Hello friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Michelle Fondin. I'm the author of the new book, Heal Yourself, A Return to Wholeness, the integration of body, mind, soul, and spirit. I'm also the author of Twin Flame Romance, The Journey to Unconditional Love, available for both of these in paperback, Kindle, and Audible books. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Thank you for subscribing below. Click on that bell, scroll up to all for all notifications, and thank you for giving the video a thumbs up. I do readings, Twin Flame Romance, Life Path, and Purpose. You can book that at my website, fondinwellness.com. We are in the midst of doing a Twin Flame boot camp number 2. You can still sign up for that. That's called The Healing. The link is below. If you're interested in doing boot camp number 1 for Twin Flame Divine Feminines, you can do that on demand. The link is also below. This is the Divine Feminine Oracle messages for the week or for the next 2 weeks. I generally do this about twice a month. This is a new format that I'm actually doing. And what this is it's divine messages for the light work of Twin Flame Divine Feminine. So it's just the messages that are coming through to see where you as a divine feminine needs to focus. You need to focus your energy on certain things, on your life path and purpose. This is going to give you some focus for your week. Now, astrologically, on September 13th, 2020, we just entered into the big phase of the divine feminine. This is really the start of the new age, of the Aquarian age, and it really is. It's the rebalancing of divine feminine and divine masculine energies. So it's really an auspicious time for divine feminines, especially this month. Let us go ahead and say a prayer over the cards. And I'm gonna start with this one, the light worker cards. Dear God, Jesus, Holy Spirit, Mother Mary, archangels, angels of God, divine feminines, guardian angels, let this reading be of the highest light and love of God the Father. Let it bring light, love, and truth to everyone involved. Archangel Michael, please stand guard, casting away any lower energies with your sword of light. Romance angels, twin flame angels, help divine feminines to understand their light work for this week. Today is Friday, September 18th, 2020. Okay, so we're gonna get one card from 6 different oracle decks. We're just gonna see how they line up. We're gonna see how the messages come out and what your guardian angels, romance angels, and twin flame angels have to say about your light work for this week. I hope you've been feeling good, divine feminines. I hope you've been feeling on the up and up. This certainly has been interesting energy for this month in particular, as we are moving, and actually when Mars went retrograde into Aries on September 9th, we've got Venus that turned direct. So it's a lot. It's a lot of planets like shifting and changing and moving into retrograde, moving back into their own signs. Like it's a lot of energy. And then we've got this weird, Pluto, Saturn, and then Pluto, Saturn, Jupiter in Capricorn. It's just an interesting time. And as for me, what I really want to tell you guys as I'm choosing the cards, or letting the angels choose the cards, I don't choose the cards, is that I will be doing more videos on YouTube after I've finished recording for the Divine Feminine Boot Camp number 2, The Healing, because that is such a large project. It's much larger than Twin Flame Divine Feminine Boot Camp number 1. It's a big project. There are 15 modules, and it's killing me a little bit because I want to include a lot of material into the Healing Boot Camp. And it just takes time. So whatever time I'm using to record and edit videos for the boot camp, I am not doing for YouTube. So it's just a lot. I'm looking forward to it coming to completion. Therefore, I can place my energies. And really, that is my last big project for 2020. No more. I've done so many projects this year. I need to take a break from the big projects. Okay, so we're gonna start with the light work. We've got Akasha. Akasha, well, I don't know what this means. That's why I have the light work book here, because I'm not sure the meaning is very different. Akasha in Sanskrit, I know that for certain. Let me show you. Akasha in Sanskrit means space, like ethereal space. So it's the ethers. And space is where you access divine guidance. When you meditate, you need to create space. And the way you create space is that you sit quietly. And in my meditation course that I teach through the Chopra Center, through Deepak Chopra's program, you repeat a mantra, and the mantra helps you to create space in the mind. And as you're creating space in the mind, you're better able to go deep. So let's just see what this is. Since this is such a new deck, it's got some strange messages. I am not always certain as to the meaning. So it says, Akasha exists in the 5th dimension and the library of souls. All soul contracts, history, gifts, lessons, and more exist here. We each have access to this information of the past, present, and future. Oh, like the Akashic records, there you go, and can tap into it at any time. While we have free will, there are also points on the timeline of our lives that are predestined or pre-planned. Soul contracts or agreements that were made before incarnating. It could be a company you choose to work for, a relationship you've planned to have, or a person you agree to mentor or help. Whatever it is, know that it is divinely guided and will not bypass you. Okay, this is really interesting. It's funny because I immediately went to the Sanskrit word of Akasha, but of course the Akashic records, that makes more sense now. It's interesting because in my boot camp that I'm still recording, The Healing, I do go into a video on free will versus predestiny. So that's what this is saying a little bit here, how your soul contracts are divinely guided, and while you have free will to move forward in the pathway that you choose, many things are actually predestined. This is really interesting because the next card that came up is Archangel Jophiel that says, clear your space. It's weird, right? Because I just got through saying that Akasha means space in Sanskrit. And here, Archangel Jophiel is saying to clear your space. This message, it's really interesting. Go back, if you have not yet viewed the other Divine Feminine videos, please go back and view them, because you will see that in each of those videos, I think I've done 2 on Divine Feminines just for the oracle readings, that the theme is always, there's a common thread to the theme, space, the concept of space. When you grow, you need space. Let me give you an example. So if your closet is filled to the brim, and when you open your closet, things are falling out all over the place, that does not give you adequate space to buy something new and store it in a closet. What that means is that it could be a physical space, a mental space, a spiritual space, a chakra space, whatever it is, but when you don't have any room for creativity, when you have no room for growth, then you are stagnant. It's only when you're able to clear spaces in every area of your life that you can allow the universe to bring things into you. And also, that is the power of manifestation. You need to keep open a space for the power of manifestation. I've listened in the past to a lot of feng shui experts as an example. And in the feng shui of love, for example, the feng shui of love and romance and welcoming in a romantic partner into your space even before you meet them or before they come to you. One of the biggest things that I learned when I was studying feng shui, probably 10 or 12 years ago, when the first time that I really started studying it a little bit more, And it's probably been even longer than that, maybe around 2004 or 2005. And one of the biggest things that I learned was that in order to welcome a lover into your space, to welcome a partner into your space, you need to actually create physical space for them. So that means like keeping the other side of the bed completely empty and not having like dirty laundry on it, keeping the nightstand on the other side of the bed completely empty with just maybe a candle and some tissue or something like that, keeping half of your closet open for that romantic partner to come in and hang up their things. So there is this idea of clearing space. So we are really moving into this ethereal with every card that is coming through. In this one, we have memories, and it says cherish the memories of your loved ones. And this is also clearing the space, because if you have been holding on to memories that are painful, memories that are hurtful, especially when it comes to, for example, your twin flame connection, if you're holding on to those hurtful, painful memories, then you are clouding the space of that twin flame connection. You're not allowing the free flow of energy, because keeping sorrowful memories, it's stagnant energy. It's not allowing new energy to come in. It's a blockage. So learn from the bad moments, learn from the challenging times, learn from that, but then move forward from that and cherish the good memories, cherish the good stuff. And even in a relationship that wasn't what you wanted, for example, there were always a few things that were good about it that you can take away from that. And it's better to hold on to those good memories, those, maybe even if it was just one good memory, it's better to hold on to that and just say, you know what, I appreciate that. Like hold on, meaning not like hold on, but hold on with appreciation. Because all too often, it's really easy to hold on to the bad stuff, and that clutters your space, that clutters your mental space, that clutters your love space. And what Archangel Michael is saying is that prayer will help in this situation. Prayer will help in this situation. And what did I just say about Akasha and meditation? I said that Akasha and meditation go hand in hand, because it's in that quiet space between your thoughts that you enter into the spiritual realm. Well, the same thing goes for prayer. Prayer and meditation are very intimately linked. They're very close, hand in hand, so that when you are in prayer, you enter into that quiet space in between your thoughts, and you allow spirit to come in and help you with your day, with your week, with your month, with your intentions, with your manifestation. This says, shine your inner light brightly. Shine your inner light brightly. I'm gonna read, this is a Bible quote, and with this deck, there are Bible quotes at the bottom of each of the cards. It says, the city has no need of sun or moon, for the glory of God illuminates the sky, and the Lamb is its light. And this is from Revelations, chapter 21, verse 23. I find this in particular as a very fascinating card to get right now in these times, because many people have felt in the year 2020, many people have felt that this is the beginning of the end. Many people have felt like, oh my God, like end times are coming, like this is it. When in fact, I am not God, so I'm not gonna say what it is, but when in fact, astrologically, spiritually, there is a major shift. And twin flames are a part of this major shift. The balancing of divine feminine and divine masculines are majorly shifting, like the roles that we're playing. And I find that the ethereal bodies, with the earthly bodies, with like the planets. It's just everything is striving to come back into balance. And the fact that we are having so many challenges with global change, we're having so many challenges with Earth, Sun, if you will, with global warming, with all the fires on the West Coast, with the floodings on the East Coast, with these hurricanes. We have these extreme weather patterns that we've especially seen lately in the United States, but I know like the fires that were happening in Australia prior, but there's so much happening that our foundation has been shaken up, and we feel like, oh my God, I can't even trust the earth that I'm sitting on. Like, I can't even trust that. It's like our entire foundation for 2020 has been completely shaken 100%, and it is normal to feel as if it is the end times because everything's been shaken up. But this beautiful Bible passage says, let your inner light shine, for it's not the sun, the moon that shines to the earth that illuminates the sky, but it is the light of God that illuminates the sky. So it's really saying, turn to God. Turn to your source, for your source of light, for your source of love, for your source of stability and foundation, because you can be completely shaken up on earth and your foundation has crumbled, and you live in fear because you have no idea where to turn to from here. You don't even have any idea like where the world is going. Where is the world going to? Like, what kind of world are we creating? But if you stay rooted in source, in source energy, and that's what Akasha is, it's like, you know, it's the ethereal. So if you stay rooted in source energy, then you can't go wrong, because then God is your foundation. The earth is no longer your foundation, but God is your foundation. And the way this reading ends is just amazing, because we have joy. We have joy. The way to experience joy is to be joyful. The way to experience joy is to trust in your higher power, in the higher guidance, in God. That is your source of joy. Your source of joy is not here on earth. It can't be found here. You can be happy here. You can have moments of happiness. But you know that also in moments of happiness, you also have moments of sadness. And that is the nature of duality. And that's something that we talk about extensively in boot camp number 1, in Twin Flame Divine Feminine boot camp number 1. I think this reading is amazing. I am just blown away with the messages that are coming through to you, Divine Feminines, for this week. It is totally and utterly amazing. Turn to God, turn to your source, clear your space. And if that means to clear your mental space, then start meditating. Take my meditation course on Kajabi, but learn to meditate, take meditation, go into prayer, go into quiet visualization, walk in nature, clear your physical space, clear your mental space, clear your heart space and your chakra spaces. Like, go into it all. Keep open for growth. Keep open to let divine consciousness enter into you. And that is where you will find your true joy. Big work for this week, but a joyful work for this week. It's amazing. So thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for subscribing to my channel below. Click on that bell, scroll up to all for all notifications. And thank you for giving the video a thumbs up. Thank you for sharing this video with others. And thank you so much for supporting this YouTube channel. You can buy a book or 2 or 3. You can also pledge your support on Patreon, www.patreon.com/Michelle S. Fondin. And I will see you in the next video.